Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about game 120 of the season, where the Astros win 21-5. They scored 3 touchdowns. So I'm going to put this at the very start of the video before I even talk about the game, because I want you guys to see it and know what's happening. I'm going to be MIA for a week. A couple months ago, one of my dearest friends was like, "Hey, Wes, you want to come to Boston for a week?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I would like to, but, kind of can't." And he goes, No. My dad is offering to fly you to Boston for a week, and we'll put you up in the house." And I was like, "Come again?" I quickly found out that it was, in fact, a real offer and not a joke. And tomorrow I'm flying to Boston for a week. I leave tomorrow, which is Friday the 19th, and I will return the following Friday, the 26th. So there's a week's worth of videos there that I don't know how much of the games I'm going to be able to watch. In an ideal world, I'm going to make 2 videos during that time. So a full series recap on Sunday afternoon or evening about the Brave series, and then another one on Thursday night about the Twin series. That's in a perfect world. But on that, I kind of want to be a little bit selfish, because I've never flown. I've never been past New York, and I kind of want to just enjoy this to its fullest, and I want to watch the games. I certainly want to watch Lance's tomorrow night, but the videos and the games are kind of going to be on the back burner for me. And I'm sorry, because I love making these videos, and I love talking with you guys about all the games, and the Brave series should be great, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to. So, a little bit of the life update and behind the scenes out of the way. Let's talk about whatever on God's earth this game was. There is certainly no storyline in the actual game, because the Astros began to punch down on the White Sox, and it went from, oh, this could be an Astros win, to, oh, this could be a good game for the Astros, to, oh my gosh, they're going to blow them out, to, oh, that's borderline just abuse. So the game storyline isn't there, but the series overarching storyline I do feel is there to talk about, which is the White Sox come into this game feeling great about the first 3 games, because, yeah, they lost the third one, but the first 2 games, they, in comeback fashion, knock off the American League leading Houston Astros in 2 games. That's great. And then, yeah, the third game they lose, but it was a hard-fought battle. It wasn't a blowout by any means for the Astros. It was a 1-run game. That happens, right? So if you're the White Sox, you feel great, and you can use this series. If you win Game 4 and you win the series against the Astros, or even if you just split in like a close fashion, you can use that momentum and that confidence to just bolster yourself and really help you make a good push for the playoffs, provided you don't get absolutely embarrassed in the last game of the series, and then the Astros meteor came hurtling towards the Chicago White Sox earth. There is so much scoring to talk about, because there were 21 Houston runs and 25 Houston hits. And that's not even talking about the fact that we also drew quite a few walks. How many walks did we draw today? 4 walks. We had 29 base runners. Holy crap. 14 for 19 with runners in scoring position. I don't know that I've ever seen that. And all right, let's just take a moment, because I'm about to have to speed run this. Trey Mancini went homer in the second inning to make it a 1-0 Houston lead. After that, in the third inning, Alex Bregman would double. He would have 4 extra base hits today. He was fantastic. Altuve and Yuli would both score to make it a 3-0 Houston lead. After that, Kyle Tucker would single to make it a 4-0 Houston lead. Later on, 4th inning, Chas McCormick, put respect on the name of the starting center fielder. He would have a multi-hit game. Pretty much everyone would. That's not really exclusive to anyone. Would have an RBI single to make it a 5-0 Houston lead. After that, Altuve would single. It would make it a 6-0 Houston lead. Yuli Gurriel would have an effective ground out to make it a 7-0 Houston lead. Yordan Alvarez would have a double. He had a good game. Everyone had a good game. What am I even talking about? He would double. It's 8-0 Houston. After that, Alex Bregman, a home run. He'd have multiple of those today as well to make it a 10-0 Houston lead. White Sox would get a 3-run shot from Yoan Moncada to make it a 10-3 game, but the Astros were very, very, very not done. Alex Bregman homers, his 18th of the year. Bregman has risen. Raised. Can I English? Maybe not. The Astros broke me today with how good their offense was. He raised his WRC plus today to 143. For reference, it was 137 before the game. He raised it 6 points in one afternoon. That is ridiculous. Andrew Vaughn would ground out into a double play, but he would score a run for the White Sox to make it a 12-4 game. After that, Yuli in the 7th would single. It's 13-4 Houston. Romy Gonzalez, I'm going to roll with it, would have a sac fly to make it 13-5. White Sox get a run, but, kind of a kind of nothing at that point. Eighth inning, Christian Vasquez would single. It's 14-5 Houston. Chas McCormick would homer. It's 17-5. In the ninth inning, Kyle Tucker, singles. It's 19-5 Houston. After that, Christian Vasquez singles. It's 20-5. And Chas McCormick has a single to make it 21-5. Anyone else feeling a little lightheaded? Just so we're clear here, if like a player has a 4 hard hit ball game, that's a great game. That's absolutely incredible. Like, man, he was seeing the ball insanely well. The Astros had 3 players have 4 hard hit balls, including one who would have 5 hard hit balls. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our players would have multi hard hit balls today. So let's just go top to bottom of the offense, because literally, and I'm not exaggerating, everyone was good. Jose Altuve started it. He had a pair of hard hit balls. He also had a pair of hits, a pair of runs scored, and drew a walk. Yuli Gurriel would have a 3-hit game, a 4 hard hit ball game. He'd have a pair of RBIs, including a double. Yordan Alvarez would have a double for an RBI. He would also draw a walk and have a hard hit ball. Good for him. Alex Bregman was the absolute star of the show today. 4 hits. He was ridiculous. 4 runs, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 6 RBI, a career high for him, and 4 hard hit balls. Kyle Tucker would also have a 4-hit day, but most of them were singles. But he would have 5 hard hit balls today. So even when he wasn't getting base hits, he was lining the ball. He was amazing. Trey Mancini would have the home run, including also a pair of hard hit balls. Jeremy Pena would have multi hits today, including a double. Christian Vasquez had a 4-hit game. Definitely his first 4-hit game as an Astro. And Chas McCormick would have 3 hits, including a 3-run home run and 5 RBI. Both of those last 2 also had multi-hard hit ball. I can't even speak. That's how well the Astros did today. I can't, 25 hits, 21 runs, an expected batting average at 30 or 380 for the Astros today. A hard hit percent of, what was that? 54.8? The Astros did, I've made the joke of oh yeah, they scorched their earth, they embarrassed them, they pummeled them before, and it's oh yeah, they scored 14 runs, and that's great. That is an insane offensive outburst. They scored 21 runs! And they weren't shy to spread it around the entire lineup of the Chicago White Sox. Giolito, which sucks because I like Giolito a lot, got stung for 7 runs in 3 innings. Vince Velquez got stung for 5 in 3. Jose Rios got stung for 5, and Josh Harrison, who is not a pitcher, but was in the game because it was that part of the game, got stung for 4. The Astros were not shy to do it to every person the White Sox sent out. I mean, we can talk about the pitching, but that's just so not the story. Luis Garcia had a weird day. 6 hard hit balls in 5 innings. He was not particularly great. 7 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. It wasn't a good day for Luis Garcia. But at the same time, it very didn't matter. So if you're going to have a not good game, now is the day to do it. Phil Maton looked also awful, giving up a pair of base hits and a pair of walks and a run. Will Smith would give up a pair of... No, thank you. Would give up a pair of walks and a run and a base hit. Brian Abreu looked great. 1 inning of work, struck out the side. He looked great. Low leverage Brian Abreu is basically high leverage Mariano Rivera. And Rafael Montero would come in for the 9th. He'd give up a base hit. I mean this in the very best way possible. Good for Rafael Montero to get back on the right track, picking up a pair of strikeouts and all. Who cares? I mean, what a way to send me out for the week, huh? An absolute just dumpster fire for Chicago, and this ruined any momentum you had from the first 2-3 games of this series. Is just gone. So the Astros begin the World Series rematch tomorrow night in Atlanta, 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. The Braves send Kyle Wright to the mound, and the Astros send the Iceman, Lance McCullers Jr., in for his 2nd game of the season. And I'm going to put this out there now. If the Astros win the game tomorrow night, we are officially 2021 World Series champions. Because in my mind, that means that if we would have had Lance, we would have won the World Series. So their title isn't valid. Yes, I see the irony with this. Their title isn't validated. We are missing the greatest pitcher on the planet. If he wins the game tomorrow, we are 2021 World Champions. You heard it here first. And I won't be here tomorrow to talk about it. I won't be here to talk. That's weird. I might be here Sunday to talk about it. I don't know. I'll have to do something for Lance's game. Even if it's a week late, I'm going to talk about it. Anyway, that's it for this video. So I'll I'll see you when I see you. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Stros.